Venturing into the great cavern beneath the south cave, Chad and Eric are struck by the sight of hand-cut logs, roughly square timbers placed to shore up the subterranean chamber. These are clearly not geological formations. They bear marks of manual cutting and tooling. Their presence suggests intentional tunneling or habitation deeper underground, possibly hinting at a mining operation or ceremonial vault. Josh Feldman, an expedition veteran, concludes the logs could not have been carried through the tight approach tunnel, indicating a separate entrance, what he terms the portal of the operation. The timber's similarity to logs discovered in the flooded box, water pit, suggests a consistent structural logic, one repeated wherever humans penetrated these depths. Their age, carbon dating results, and method of placement speak to a coordinated endeavor, possibly spanning centuries. Is this evidence of a connection between multiple cavity systems? The logs seem to answer yes. 2. Fluorescent stalagmites within the cavern floors. Stalagmites reveal an eerie glow. Their fluorescence, unusual in typical dry caves, signals two variables: consistent groundwater infiltration and cold airflow entering the cave. Geologist Eric Drummond confirms that stalagmite growth requires dripping water and cool air, contradicting expectations for an insulated cave, which should only reflect steady subterranean temps around 55–60 degrees Fahrenheit. 25. Well, this anomaly suggests hidden fractures feeding cold air and groundwater into the chamber. The material presence of these stalagmites offers a map of subterranean airflow and hydrology. It points toward undiscovered voids and reinforces the theory of a broader cave network, perhaps leading to another entrance or a natural reservoir. 3. Bored rocks and liquid metal. Gallium Season 2's extraction of a waterlogged box beneath the ranch's surface yielded a startling find. Bored rocks containing cylinders of a liquid metal that liquefies at room temperature. The working hypothesis: gallium, a metal with a melting point near 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Gallium is mainly refined post-1875, strongly suggesting modern human involvement rather than ancient origin. Reddit discussions amplify the intrigue. Machine-drilled holes filled with gallium evoke questions. Why place such unusual metal in remote caves? Users point out that gallium, when held, melts easily and even plays a role in alumina reactions, could generate hydrogen gas. This find diverges from the Aztec gold narrative. Instead of ancient treasures, viewers are left to ponder modern, or modernish, tampering, modified rocks, hidden within a concealed chamber, possibly post-dating 19th century exploration. Is this evidence of a clandestine experimental lab, treasure hoard, or hoax for? Charcoal and soot in vent holes near the bead site. Chimney-like vents exhale soot. Samples analyzed by Dr. Bob Morton reportedly revealed charcoal and plant matter carbon dated to approximately 500 years ago, coinciding with early Aztec migrations northward. The artificial adjacency of vent holes and soot indicates purposeful fires, likely in ashes or ritual. These deposits, paired with beads and jadeite, align with indigenous or Mesoamerican craftsmanship. The charcoal's age, composition, and location suggest a controlled human use, perhaps ceremonial or signal-related. 5. Precious stone beads and jadeite. Researchers discovered intricate beads, a jadeite radial bead at the bead site. Jadeite, not found in Utah, originates in Mesoamerica and was highly prized in Aztec and Mayan cultures. The convergence of beads, soot, and vent architecture hints at an altar or ceremonial site. The S4E5 sacrificial altar bolsters this interpretation, revealing skull fragments in the vent holes consistent with cremation. It appears Aztec-related visitors might have passed through, or migrated from, the region known as Chicamostoc, the mythical place of 7 caves. As James Keenan aligns a 450-year-old codex with the ranch's keyhole caverns, the symbolism becomes compelling. A tangible path from ritual site to relic-bearing cavern. 6. Animal skulls and bones. Submerged skull fragments and animal bones, including those seen when the team surfaces within the cave, confirm faunal activity. Upon drilling in the forked tunnel, Chad and Eric discover a live animal, likely a coyote or mountain lion. These remains reflect natural infiltration, predation, or nesting. But human interference is apparent given the proximity of the skulls to crafted logs, a collision of nature and human presence. Were the bones relics of ancient ritual kill sites, or evidence of recent opportunistic filling and flooding? 7. Mineral indicators. Malachite, hematite, quartz veins. Josh reports quartz veins coursing through the caverns, an indicator of gold. Eric and Chad uncover malachite and hematite at a surface pit that appears worked through human activity. Hematite are copper and iron minerals often found near gold deposits, suggesting that tunnelers may have been prospecting, not just mining, but engaging with ore-rich geological strata. The presence of these materials, coupled with timber and quartz, sketches the outline of a lost-era mining operation, possibly spanning pre- and post-European contact. This discovery reinforces an expansive subterranean opus, natural caves modified by humans seeking resources or spiritual connection. 8. Iridium anomalies. The show has intermittently highlighted iridium in the antiform geology of the site. First spotted during salvage operations via XRF testing, iridium hints at meteorite-rich soil or ancient cosmic events. Poltona's one fan notes the presence of iridium, rare on Earth and more common in cosmic deposits, could explain electromagnetic anomalies, equipment interference, and even mythic Hastellan lights. Its presence suggests the valley pulls powerful subterranean energies and rare elements. Whether through cosmic deposition or volcanic action, the iridium registers as a scientifically validated treasure hidden in plain sight, yet still overshadowed by the human artifacts. 9. Dinosaur bone fragment. A wild card emerges. Josh's discovery of a dinosaur bone fragment at the bead site. Its apparent age -120 million years upends the narrative and can't be purely coincidental. Either the bone is an intrusive fossil from eroded bedrock, or someone deliberately placed it, perhaps as a curiosity. The presence of prehistoric bone amid Aztec artifacts and industrial metals deepens the enigma. Is the ranch a crossroads of human and natural history, spanning millions of years to mere centuries? 10. Construed vessel and tablet fragments. Press releases suggest the presence of chiseled tablets and stone markers dotted across the property, possibly part of an armory or communication system, a layout that could parallel Mesoamerican mapping. Heavily squared-off logs positioned deep within the cave indicate deliberate usage, likely structural support or passageway reinforcement. The sawed ends and placement near choke point tunnels suggest humans transported and installed them intentionally. Their appearance in both the Great Cavern and nearby mine shafts signals coordinated subterranean activity. No charred ends or decay imply repeated usage. These beams, too large to carry through the narrow entry shaft, point to a secondary entrance. Jutting into sealed chambers, they serve as silent timestamps. These parts were once open, possibly still are, but where and when, stalagmites glowing faintly under UV, suggesting calcite infused with trace organics or heavy metals, mark slow accretion over centuries. Their regular drip pattern implies a water source fissured over time. Cold air currents, noted by the team, reinforce theories of unseen conduits linking to higher altitude portals. These formations map out invisible hydrothermal fractures, painting a subterranean topography of air pathways and slow mineral deposition. This is a living archive of ventilation and shifting aquifers. Carefully drilled holes in dense sandstone housed liquid gallium, metal that melts at approximately 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientific testing confirmed gallium exists only as a refined byproduct post-1875. Its placement inside an underwater box deep in the cave implies intentional staging. Gallium's non-reactivity and unique properties made it an excellent candidate for misdirection, mirroring deep-time ritual caches, but for modern treasure-themed storytelling rather than spiritual function. Vent stacks exhibit heavy charcoal buildup, clear signs of historical open flame usage. Carbon-14 results dating to about 500 years ago, alongside baked remnants of native plant matter, anchor these fires to the pre-1500 CE era. The convergence of smoke channels, ash lenses, and ventilated structures evokes intentional ritual engineering. Fires lit in shafts to smoke out or aspire through narrow chambers, perhaps for ceremony or signaling. The beckoning interplay between earth and flame long predates modern influence.